Hi, welcome to our kitchen island today. Today we're going to be making a turkey breast with a cranberry and pepper and balsamic rub. We've got 1.5 pounds of turkey here, and what we're doing right now is we're pounding it out into narrow pieces. Obviously turkey breast is a big chunk of meat and we want to eat dinner tonight, so to get it on the barbecue we want it to be nice and thin and cook quite quickly so it can keep all the juices in it. What I've got here is I've just got a basic plastic cutting board. I put a dishcloth underneath just to reduce the noise because we've actually got a kid sleeping upstairs. But essentially you just got your meat pounder out and you use the flat side as opposed to the grinded side. That's for more of the red meats. And you pound it to about 1/4 inch, maybe a little thinner, or maybe a little thicker than 1/4 inch thick. If you don't have a meat pounder, you can also use a hammer, but you have to be careful that it doesn't go through and you want to make sure it's clean. Or you can use something like a cast iron pan. Obviously, quite a big cast iron pan, you might want to use something a little bit smaller. So just get pounding that out. Obviously some pieces can take a little bit of work. Just got a little plastic wrap on top so that well, because that's how they did it on TV and I haven't done it any other way. So. One piece of pounded turkey breast. We'll put that with our others and we'll get going on our rub here. My hands quick wash. And we'll move this aside for now. Let's get moving into our rub. A giant mortar and pestle. I swear by it. I suggest everyone go get one. When you're using herbs and spices, when you grind them out, I find that it releases the flavors quite nicely. So we've got about a tablespoon of dried basil. I'd like to use fresh, but not always accessible when you're looking for natural organic ingredients. We've got about 20 peppercorns that we're putting in there. We've got sea salt, about 1/2 tablespoon of sea salt. And we've got some cranberries. Probably about 10 or 15 dried cranberries. Some balsamic, just the cheap stuff because you're cooking with it. And about a tablespoon of that as well. And a couple tablespoons of the olive oil. I don't suggest wearing white when doing this because it can get over the kitchen, depending on how hard you're grinding it. Key is to get everything mixed together so that you can rub it nicely on the chicken and break the cranberries down onto the turkey. And when you have a nice paste, you're ready to put it on the turkey. So let's bring our turkey back here. Grab a spoon. Let's get that put on the turkey. You're going to get your hands a little dirty here obviously because it is a rub, hence you have to do a little bit of rubbing. So use about half of what you've got in your mortar and pestle, work it in. And flip and do the other side. once you're done rubbing them in, I like to let them sit for about 20 minutes, which gives me a great amount of time to let my barbecue heat up. Alright, welcome back. It's been about 20 minutes. Our barbecue's almost at about 600. Temperature of the barbecue is not that important. I like to make sure it's over 400. It just changes the cooking time. There's no set time for the cooking. I think it takes on average about 5 to 10 minutes per side, but it all depends on how hot your barbecue is. We're just going to put these on. So when cooking a turkey or a chicken on the barbecue, I like to make sure it's on indirect heat, meaning I fire up one side of the barbecue and the side that I'm putting the meat on, it doesn't have a flame underneath. That way we don't burn our turkey or overcook it or get the edges all crispy. The whole thing just cooks consistently. Just going to close that back up and let it cook for a while. We'll flip it in about 5 minutes, and then we'll be ready to finish it off. I like to when dealing with turkey or chicken, I always take a little cut out of the side to make sure it's done, and as long as it's white throughout, we're good to eat. Alright, here we have it. Finished product, taken off the barbecue. Took about 10 minutes, 5 minutes per side today, because it was a nice hot barbecue. We're just going to finish it off with a little fresh parsley, and we'll just take that and chop it up nice. Give a little sprinkle on top, and give it a drizzle of olive oil. And there you have it. Cranberry, pepper, balsamic chicken. Turkey, sorry. And to the table.